Hi everyone, it's me, Terry. Hey, if you can see in the background there, you can see my son's name, K-A-I, Kai. It means water in Hawaiian, and it's very relevant to this segment called motivation. Now, that's a term, a word that's been used, overused, underused. We all know that motivation is what we all seek each and every day. We struggle as a culture, as individuals, with what motivates us to wake up each day and to get out of bed. I think it comes down to that basic principle. Well, I'm not going to go to the extreme of saying that the only reason I get out of bed is for my son, although it's a big part of it. I mean, why I'm doing what I'm doing is essentially beyond myself. It's for you, it's for the world, it's for me, it's for my son, it's for everyone, and he's a big part of it. But as a leader, you have to think, what are the ways to motivate? Understanding the psychology of motivation is very important. The first thing is establishing trust is the first part of leadership. The second part of leadership is listening. You need to know what other people value, like, want, or need in their lives. And emotionally, you have to connect to that. If it's not personally valuable to you, you can't go anywhere with it. Then we get to the prioritization of those values. Now, most people are going to have a greater priority in their needs sort of hierarchy. You know, for some people it's love, for some people it's money. Nonetheless, all of our needs must be met. But when you're a leader, you can't think that you can serve all things to all people at that time. Most people are motivated by something that's going to be helpful or applicable to them right now. So when you're looking at these videos, what you're thinking to yourself, what's my takeaway? What's in it for me? So inherently we are selfish that way. We want to know that that information is something that I can have and I can use. So when you're leading people, you need to know that very fact. People are motivated by emotional reasons or material reasons. It's in advertisement, it's true. All advertisement is shaped to touch your emotion and to give you a material solution to whatever your desire is. So as a motivator or as a leader, to appropriately motivate, you need to shape your language and your leadership toward the things that people want and they need. So it's not about you as the leader, it's about what you're listening to, what they want and what they need. But then you need to create a practical approach. It has to be compelling, it has to be inspiring, it has to be emotional, it has to be effective, and results have to come from it. So people aren't going to be motivated if they're not getting results. Although it's interesting, there are examples of leadership that I'm seeing in certain coaching worlds that there are no measurable results, but it feels so good to them. It gives them the feeling that they want at that time, that they're okay with no results. So everyone's a little bit different. More people are probably driven by emotional feeling. And is that bad or good? It's not for me to determine. You know, it's really the subject's feelings that determine that. It's really what they want and what they're willing to spend their money on and spend their time on. So I think as a good leader, you need to have the ability to A, give a pragmatic approach to getting tangible, measurable results, but B, you have to be interesting and human or engaging enough and compelling enough so that your style, the way you're leading, is some way that someone enjoys being around. You know, quite honestly, you know, there are some really smart people out there that aren't really good leaders because they don't really enjoy what they're doing. They're really good managers, not necessarily leaders. So think about that. Think about your leadership style. When people says, well, what is your style? Well, I try to be a hybrid of a chameleon almost of many different styles. I mean, I'm learning from incredible people out there that have a way about them that I've studied. And it's real important that you as a leader, if you're a parent or you're in a profession that has leadership in it, that you have this psychology sort of rehearsed, built into you, and it becomes natural and authentic. Because it's that authenticity that people are really going to hear in your voice and see in your eyes.